So now I can see everybody has joined to the webinar. We are going to start immediately. Thank you again, everybody, for joining to this webinar in which we will introduce you to Docuten eSign. In the different versions, we are offering it to partners and customers, which are integrations with Business Central and NAV, finance operations and AX, and finally the standalone or web access to Docuten. My name is Juan Contreras. I'm Solution Sales Lead at Innova. And just for you to know, we're going to record the session and we will distribute it afterwards with all the documentation we will cover during this session. So just feel free to ask any questions during the webinar and we'll be glad to answer them at the end of it. So this is just a brief agenda of today's sessions. We will start with a brief introduction to Docuten as a SaaS digital signature platform. Then we will introduce different modalities in which you can acquire Docuten and your customers can use Docuten for different scenarios. 100% SaaS web usage and 2 integrations which are already completed and they are available on app stores, which are Business Central and NAV connectors and finance operations and AX. Then we will move to a short demo for the different usage in which you will be able to acquire Docuten. We will also cover the distribution model for you partners to get to know a bit more how you can introduce Docuten in your portfolio and how you can, we will be able to support you, carry in all marketing initiatives and all implementation service and support and so on. And finally, we will close the session with some questions and answers part, and you will be able to just feel free to interact. Now we will start presenting you Docuten. Docuten is an online platform that is going to allow customers to be able to perform all signature of their documents in an electronic format, in a digital format. Always compliant with the legal requirements in the European Union, which are based on the elDAS regulation. Docuten is a company that is based in Coruña in the north part of Spain. They also have some offices in Madrid and London, and some of their customers, well, they are big corporations in Spain. They are present at the market, at the stock market, and just for you to get to know, maybe some of them are well known for you. Most of them are based in Spain, but they are some of them can be well known internationally. Now we move on to the scope of the platform, the digital signature, and this digital signature is valid for every country that can comply with the elDAS regulation. This regulation is a European one, but they are based on international standards that can be used in many countries around the world. So you will be able to perform this digital signature with almost every country in the world. You can see in the picture which countries Docuten is available and which scenarios we are we covering. So this digital signature can be applied for both internal scenarios for digital signature in which you need to sign a document with your employees, any kind of human resources documentation. You will be able to use Docuten in this scenario, and then you will be also able to use it with third parties. I mean, we're talking about suppliers, providers, and any third party outside your organization. So mostly this can be applied to sales document, to to orders, to invoices, receipts, any kind of sales documents. You can export from your ERP, from both Business Central and Finance and Operations. You will be able to use Docuten eSign to send it for this later digital signature. Now we move on to the digital signature itself. Just for you to know, this is some common sense, but this digital signature is just a mechanism that allows the receiver of a given document to sign it, and then you can identify the signer's identity. You can confirm who's going to perform a signature during the whole process, and the end document, the end signed document, this is a completely valid document that has been signed according to the European regulations. Within these European regulations, there are some kind of certification for this kind of solutions, which enables to give a warranty in which allows that this document is properly signed and this complies with the regulation. In this case, Docuten is a trustworthy or trusted third party. This is given by the European regulations. And what is the outcome of this certification? Well, the outcome is the document you can see on the right part of the screen. This is an evidence document in which you will be able to show that this document is completely valid. You can see all the different steps in which the document goes through the whole process. You can see when the document has been sent, when the guest, the signee guest has opened this email, he or she has access to the document, they have performed the signature in the document, and when this process has finished. So you have IP details, you can see the browser from which they have performed the signature, and you can see the whole process within this document. This is also an added value from the platform as well. Now we move on to types of digital signature. Docuten is supporting all digital signatures that has been gathered in this regulation, in this European regulation. There are two main types of signatures. One is the qualified or advanced signature. We can see here two types of signature. Biometric signature, this is based on a tablet or a smartphone on a screen, so you can use your finger to perform this signature, and all this data about speed, about movement, about pressure. This is safe. This is gathered in this type of signature. It is mainly applied for on-site signature when you have your customer in front of you, or you need to get a guest in a reception desk. So this is the most frequent cases in which you use a biometric signature. Then we have OTP, one-time password. This is one of the most spread signatures, because this is just a six-digit code you will get into your email or as an SMS if you introduce your mobile phone, and you have 3 minutes to complete the signature to introduce this six-digit code into Docuten, and this is a complete legal way to perform your digital signature, and as I said, it is one of the most spread ones around the world, because it can be very fast, very easy to complete. And then we move on to qualified signature. This is based on a certificate that has passed on authentication process beforehand, and you can perform both from the cloud, or you can just use your desktop certificate as well. Now we move on to the Docuten modalities. You will be able to use Docuten in various ways. Here you can see the three main ones, and the coming soon one will be shortly. We will start with Docuten Standalone, which is based on the web portal. You will be able to log in and upload your documents for later signing. And then we move on to the connected one, the integrations, both with Finance Operations and AX and with Business Central and NAV. You will be able to use the capacity from the ERP to generate PDFs and send them for later signing with your signature, your signees guests. And then we're also working to release this integration with Dynamics 365 for sales as well, so that you can send the sales documents that come from the CRM part to your customers as well. Now I'm going to show you how Docuten eSign for Business Central and NAV can help your customers to solve their scenarios for digital signature. Versions we are supporting are from NAV 2016 upwards, 2017, 18, Business Central Cloud, and Business Central on-premise. For Business Central Cloud, you already have your our app available on App Stores, so you can just go to App Stores, search for Docuten, and you will be able to download and try it for free. You have a trial, so we encourage all of you to do that and try the app. The connector with the Business Central and NAV, it's quite simple. It enables the user to generate PDFs to be signed through the Docuten platform. You will be able to use any report from the system, any standard or customized report from Business Central or NAV, to print it, to get it, and send to a list of signees. You will be able to introduce them just in a sequence, or you can send one same PDF to 100 guests, so you will get one digital signed copy for each one of them, just a multiple sending or just an order sequence. We have some documents in which it has been pre-configured this option to send documents, which are sales documents, sales orders, and invoices. We will also just expanding this functionality to the rest of the sales documents from the standard Kronos version. And also you get the chance to introduce some attachment in the standard entities, which are clients, suppliers, products, banks, and fixed assets. Or, as I said, you just can upload any document, any beforehand created document, to use it to send them to the final recipients. So once the PDF is created, you will be able to send to the signers, and you will get a signers list. You will introduce the type of signature, the types we have seen before. You will be able to introduce as well the role. We have a signer and also the role of an approver. An approver is just a person that will be during the process just to get an input that this document has been signed for to people before, and it's just a notification to this user. And also the language of notification. We are covering Spanish, English, French, and German. So any guests will be able to get this email in this language, and they will be able to log in into the platform, to the online platform, and complete without any problem the digital signature. We will have all the status, every step of the status within Business Central and NAV, and finally you will be able to download the digitally signed copy, these supplementary files such as the evidence document and any attachments for any type of flow. And it also includes the possibility to use Docuten from the web page. So for those users that they are not logging into Business Central or NAV, they just want to have the chance to upload a PDF file that has been created before and send it for later signing, they will be able to do that also with Docuten eSign from the web portal itself. Now we move on to finance operations, and AX is quite similar to the Business Central and NAV integration. The versions availability, these are finance operations and AX 2012. These two versions, these are the ones we are supporting. And we have the same possibility. You can create any PDF from any report, both standard and customize, or upload, just linking to this standard functionality in finance operations, the attached files. You will be able to send them for later digital signatures through Docuten. And this is the same as we have seen before for Business Central and AV. You can introduce signers. The signer list you will be able to save in the role center. You will be able to check all status for every document, and you will be able to finally recover the ended signed document with any complementary, any attachments for H01. And it also includes the possibility for those users to log into Docuten online platform and just upload PDFs from there. Now we are going to see just a brief demo. So I'm going to show you first the Docuten online platform. So this is Docuten from the web portal. I'm going to show you how we can create different flows. This is just some setup configuration, some data about user, about my company, and the options for an administrator. In this case, I'm an admin user for Docuten. We can create users. Sorry, I'm going to just log in again. Let's try. I'm going to log out 1 sec. We will go to users and we can add any user. Here we have the first user info. We can just also upload our organization diagram, both in terms of company and offices. We can create offices for any kind of organization unit. We can use it as a department, as a project, or any kind of organization. And the role, these are very important. We have manager, which will be responsible for one office, and he or she will have the visibility for all documents within that office and will be able to generate documents for sign-in. The supervisor is just the same as the manager, but the supervisor will not have the chance to create any signature request. The admin user, this is my user at the moment, but complete range of options for Docuten. And the signer. This is based mainly used for employees that we want them to have their own login with their email and a password, and if otherwise they will just be a signer guest, and they will be able to log in into the portal thanks to the link they will get in their emails. We have users, we have companies. We can create as many companies as we wish. Of course, you will need to create at least one, and then you can attach to one of these companies different kind of offices. As I said, this can be an office, this can be a department, this can be any kind of organization unit. We can upload as well certificates into the platform. These are basically PFEX or P12 certificates in terms of files. We can allow an automatic signature if we want a PDF to be already signed from our side, mainly a company document, we can use a automatic signature. And once we create the flow, we just need to introduce the VAT number for this user. And if we choose the automatic signature, and then this complies, this coincides with the number, this will be automatically signed. If we have different certificates for different company certificates, we can use an alias to just make a difference for each one we want to use. And then templates. This is a functionality that Docuten has. We can upload PDF forms. I'm not going to add, I'm just going to show you one of the ones that have been uploaded. This is just a government model in Spain that needs to be signed with every employee. So you can upload the PDF form. This is a previously created PDF form, and here you can identify all fields within the form. We can just do any kind of requirement, any kind of data type. If this is a test, this is a number, a mobile. You can perform all these types of requirements. And also you can automatically fill in the name, the mobile, and the identification number, because these will be needed when the document is created for the flow for every signer. So you just can automate and just help signers with some data completion. We can create a fast template if we want specific users. We can authorize here to have always this PDF form pending for to be signed. This is mainly based with the biometric signature, in which we want a salesperson to introduce data and have it signed with the customer in front of him, or we are at a reception desk and we need to fill in this form, and the customer signs the document and this is completed. So this is the fast template functionality. So now I'm going to create a new signature request, and I'm going to show you how we can upload a file. We will just upload here. I'm going to choose this. Let's set a title here, test number 1. We can include any attachment. If we want a supplementary document for a signee to get and to check, we can just introduce it here. We are going to upload an attachment. This is the one we are choosing. And the privacy of the attached, if there are several signers, we can just say which of them we want them to see this attachment. This will be signed, but if we do not want this document to be signed, we just click on off here. In this envelope button, we can just introduce a message, test number 1 again. We can just have an expiration date for which this document will not be able to be signed. And I can add a new signer. We can just do it with order. I can add myself. I can attach a signers file. This is for multiple signers. We have an example here. I'm going to download. We just need to fill in this sheet and spreadsheet, and then upload it here and have all of the signers. This is based for human resources documents mostly. I will add just one simple signer, my user. We can just introduce the ID if we use the automatic signature, and we have all previously uploaded a certificate, or the mobile phone. In this case, they will get this notification with an SMS. We are going to choose the OTP, one-time password, signature type, which is the fastest of them all. And then we can just introduce the signer role. This will automatically be a signer, but if we want this role to be an approver, we can choose it here, and the language. As I said, this 4 languages Docuten is supporting. Let's leave it like this, and I will continue the process. This is sent to the signer I have added. And then now if we want to move on to my inbox, we can see that this is a request here. I'm going to try again because I want to have it in English. I'm going to do the same as well. Let's choose the same file. 1 sec. It's available. I'm going to request another one because I want to attach the number 2 to include an attachment and add my I'm sorry, OTP, and we will choose English, not Spanish. Okay, and I will continue. I will get another email informing that I have a pending document. If I introduce the mobile phone, I would get an email, an SMS, sorry. So now we have this signature request. I'm going to view and sign. And as I have, you can see this is a different version of Docuten. Is more limited in functionality. I'm just a guest. I can only see my pending documents. This is the one to sign. I can see here I have an attachment. I cannot sign it unless I download the document. This is an important document if we attach. So I will open it, and I just introduce. I have downloaded and read all documents. I can see here the document as well, and I can sign. I can reject with the comment, or I can delegate signature or download the evidence so far and the document itself and history information. I will sign, and I will get this OTP code in my email, and I will have 3 minutes to complete this signature. I just copy. I will get back, and this is as simple as this, and sign. The document has been signed. We can see the signature on the first page. This will be changed in the new version of Docuten. This will move to the last page of the PDF document. And I can download the signed document as a guest. I can get my copy. Here, I can get this evidence document as well, the one that is proving that this is a valid document, and I can see the one that is sending this document and all the stages in which this document has been moving around the whole process. And I'm also getting an email having a notification that this document has been signed for all users. I'm going to create a new flow. So I'm going to log out because I will be logging with the guest one. And I will use a PDF form in this case. I will create a new signature request. And I'm going to upload, select a template. Let's see this one. This is a government document that every company needs to fill in with employees' data. This is test number 2. And no, I will not upload any documents, and I will just introduce my email and also with OTP, and let's change again the language to English. Okay, so this is in a scenario in which we want to gather documents, human resources documents with every company, with every employee, sorry. We can just send one simple template to all users. We can also attach signers file, use this functionality to get all of our customers or employees into the list so that this cannot be done manually. And as I send it to, in this case, one, but I will be able to do it in a multiple way. My user will be also getting a new one, signature request, and I will be able to view and sign. So in this case, we have different options. We have fill in and sign. Let's fill and sign. And now we open this PDF form, and we will be able to introduce this data for every field recognized in the form. If we do any kind of validation, this will be checked for every field, number, email, mobile, and it's just as simple as this. The user will introduce all fields. In this case, I think these three are compulsory or mandatory. Let's just introduce and sign. And we can get PDFs fill in with their customer details, employees, and in this case, we have just one-time password. We will be getting another code. So let's copy again, and we will validate. So OTP is one of, I think it's the most used one. It's just as simple as copying this code. It's just valid for 3 minutes. If this expires, you can just request another code. So we can see here the copy and the notification email for all parts. And the document is attached as well in this email. I'm going to show you now the integrations with Business Central, NAV, and Finance Operations. I'm going to move on to Business Central as well, a cloud version. I will show you as well in a NAV version. So basically, it's the same functionality from the portal into Business Central. So you can see here the document list in every stage that this can move on. The signatures, the agenda, all signers will be stored in this agenda, and how we can create documents from templates, from reports, for every report from the system, both standard and customized, and from the file storage. We can upload PDFs from outside, the PDFs that we already have created, and we will be able to introduce the signer list and all information for the signers. We have some sales documents in which we can just automate this sending to customers. I will show you. I'm going to create a new one. Let's create a new order sale. And for these sales documents, this will be expanded to new sales document. But in this case, for a sales order, we can just introduce a sales order. For example, this one and this. And if we go to actions, we have Docuten design. We can create a document. We can just create a document, and this can be automatically sent to the email that has been introduced in the customer card. So let's say, okay, if we want to send it directly to the contact for the customer, we will say yes, let's do that. My email has been introduced in the customer card, so I will be the one getting this email. So if I go again to show document, the sales order has been sent, it's pending. And let's go to signers. And as you can see, this has been immediately sent to my email. This is the email that has been attached in this customer. So if I go back to my inbox, I have another request. In this case, I haven't changed the language, so I can just log in again. And this is a sales quote. I can just check my sales quote. This is correct. This is everything. This is what I wanted. So I just can sign. And I will get a code. Again, I have used OTP code again. So we will just copy here and paste and complete the signature. So this is as simple as this. You can just create a sales document. You can just send it straight to the contact from the customer, or you just can prepare the document so that you do this manually if this is different. And if we go back And let's upload the details for this document. Let's get details. Yes, 1 sec here. Let's do it again. Let's show document, and this will be ended, and therefore this document can be downloaded. Let's download the document. You can see the sales quote has been signed from the customer here. You can see the first page. Okay, so we can just send the invoice, and also we can download the proof, the evidence document that we saw before in the web environment, the web portal. So everything can be recovered from Business Central. We can do the same for invoices. We'll be able to expand to the other sales document, to sales delivery also. And we have some entities in which we have a drag and drop functionality in their cards. So if we do not want to use it from a report, we already have this PDF, we can just attach it to any of these 5 entities so that we can have it linked and create a flow. If we go here, a bit down, we can see this, click to choose file or drag. We can just import a file, have it linked to the customer, and just create a new document for signing. We will just create here a new document in the list. So if we go into one of them, we can have a general description and expiration date, the language. We can see here we have signers and attachments, and we will be able to prepare the document, download and prepare. And also we can include any attachment, and we will introduce the signers. We can introduce emails, names, and type of signature type, the role, signer or approver, and the 4 languages we are supporting. So as you can see, we can just use the capacity from Dynamics from Business Central to print a report, or we can just upload a document from outside. This is in Business Central, but I'm going to show you as well in NAV, which is the same, but I just wanted to show you. This is just based on the NAV role center, and we have documents, signatures, attenda, and both report templates and the file storage. So we can just, in this case, you don't have the drag and drop functionality, to just need the option to click and choose. So I can just upload a document, and I can go into this document and see if this is properly introduced. We can just get all signers into the list. And the same, we can introduce if this is a signer, an approver, the notification email, and all this data can be introduced here. We go to documents. This is the same we have seen before, but in this case in a NAV interface. Okay, I can see the signers here. So I can introduce name, email, signature type, role, language, all this information. So any NAV or Business Central customer will be able to send for signing any PDF document from the system, and also upload these documents from outside. And the last one I want to show you is finance and operations. Let's refresh the screen. And this is almost the same. We can use the file storage. We can use any standard report or customized report to print it and send. And we can use the file storage, using the standard functionality from finance operations to attach a document to any card and just create the document straight to introduce signers, signature type, notification language, and so on and so on. And this is based on, as I said, the standard functionality from the finance operations. We can also get the signer list, so we can just gather all users we are going to get in every flow. So this is everything regarding the functionality. Now we are going to move on to the partner distribution model for you partners to introduce Docuten into your portfolio and be able to showcase Docuten to your customers. So first, we have the different usage modalities we have seen. We have standalone web, business central and NAV, and finally finance operations and AX integration. We have some different prices according to first the modalities, the 3 modalities, and signatures per year. So we start from 200 signatures a year to a 6,000 signatures per year plan, and then we have some customer plan. So we will do ad hoc for every customer. This is a partner program. We make a difference between a certified and a referral partner. We have here 7 requisites, and as long as you comply with 4, you will be a certified partner. So you will get the higher margin on the subscription sales for Docuten. So as you can see, 6 out of 7 are based on marketing initiatives. You perform the initial training, you get the Docuten logo into your portfolio, into your web page, or you do any kind of blog post. We will be able to help you from our marketing department as well. And supplementary services. There is an initial training to partners. This is for free, so we encourage you to do that. And also the internal implementation, we will do it for free, and you have a 50% discount on the retail prices we have seen before. And when we are talking about customers, these are the different services we have set up for Docuten, depending on the modality, and we have some prices to partner, and there's some recommended prices to customers based on the time of implementation. And we have always a first level support to partners, totally free, and a second level support, in this case based on a time and material invoicing. And finally, this is one of the most important screens. The added value we give you as a partner. We start with initial training. We always perform this initial training to partners, and as well, this is a requisite for the partner program. So of course, you're encouraged to do, totally free, as I said. Then we go to the marketing support. We provide you content, visual, logos, any editable, we will be able to share it from our marketing department. So we always encourage you to be in contact with us. And then we move on to actions. We can help you to perform demos, demonstrations, to showcase Docuten to any of your customers, of course, for free as well. We will help you with the follow-up, with any calls, with any doubts for customers. We will be, of course, be able to schedule any call. And finally, we will support you in implementation and support services. So we help you both from pre-sale and after sale cycle. So this is a complete integration with you as a collaborator to help you gain training, to gain customers, and then help you with implementation. So we cover you and we give you an added value as a distributor. Not only we are going to sell a license, but we are going to provide you training, marketing, content, demos, follow-up, and implementation and support services. So any questions? This is your chance, or you can just feel free to wait. until we move on to sending of all documentations. We will be sending it to you. We have some attendees that are saying everything is clear. Thank you very much. So I think this is everything from our side. You can feel free to contact for any additional documentation. As I said, I will be sharing all documentation with you, and we can have a one-to-one call so that we can get to know about your customers, about what are the initiatives we can start performing, just a webinar to your customers. So just feel free to do that and contact us. Thank you very much for your time, and have a nice day.